We all know that regrets can literally eat a person from inside. So today in this video, we will learn about 10 things you will regret later in life. Before diving into the video, subscribe to the channel Mindset Madness and hit the notification bell icon. So let's get started. Number 1. Career. Many things in your life will cause you to have regrets. One of the most regretted things is about a profession or a career. People have those experiences and choose that career because they spend their lives chasing monetary signs rather than demonstrating or pursuing their passion. People just consider how much money a career can provide and how lavish a lifestyle it can provide. However, over a period of time, you may come to regret the path you chose and consider whether the meaning for you comes first was your passion. There's always something worthwhile to reflect on in life. However, it is never too late to act. If you worked a little harder every day and only asked yourself, what would make my time valuable and offer me contentment? In reality, nothing is more accurate than getting up in the morning and going to work. Don't waste another day exchanging your valuables. Instead, follow your passions and see where they lead you. It may not be the safest path to take, but looking back on your life, you will see that you made the right one. Finally, you will never be able to regret it in the future. Number 2. Family grudges. You're holding a grudge towards a member of your family. The most common sort of regret that people experience in their lives is family grudges. People often reflect on their family's disagreements and conflicts and wonder why they clung to their pride rather than allowing things to smooth out. People frequently reflect on why they hung on to their rage for so long and whether it was worth causing a wedge within the family. Did that grudge help them to have a happier life? To all these questions, the answer is a resounding no. And the biggest reason for this is that family grudges only cause you to have disagreements with the ones you care about the most. Nobody is close to their family, and no resentment is worth carrying for the rest of your life. So rather than allowing the disagreement to grow, you can use it to your advantage. So put your pride aside and always try to mend your relationships. The only way to make you a man is to take charge of the situation and let go of your pride in order to rescue your relationship. Don't overthink things. Simply reach out to someone you admire and have a disagreement with them, since nothing will get done if you wait for or someone else to act. Always be the bigger person, letting go of your pride and reconciling your relationship, because if you're happy, everyone else will be as well. Number 3. Delaying a dream. Many people put off their dreams till later in life. People think they have a lot of time right now, so why not postpone our dreams? This is something you will come to regret years down the road. It is often said that delaying your dreams is simple, but putting them into action is difficult. Time is required to turn your dream become a reality. This implies you'll have to sacrifice time from other aspects of your life to achieve your objectives. You're probably wondering what it means to procrastinate dreams. Take, for example, your desire to travel the world or to purchase a high-end automobile. These are all common desires, but they are frequently postponed. We usually attempt to put off pursuing our aspirations until it is too late. The truth is that you don't have to wait to realize your goals. All that stands between you and your goals is your lifelong drive, courage, passion, and willpower. In other words, your aspirations will never come true if you lack the will and ambition to take the chances and leave the comforts of your life behind. Make your dream a reality, for dreams are what make life worthwhile. It must appear impossible to change your life because you are holding to two negative things. First, comfort, and second, stability. If you desire something, don't put it off till tomorrow. Instead, do it now and see how happy you are. Number 4. Reject connection. Do you have a fear of being exposed? No matter who you are, building a connection with others is difficult. Allowing another person into your life may be both frightening and terrifying, since you never know when someone will break your confidence. For many people, fear is so powerful that they shut themselves off with behavior. Even among friends and family, they frequently come to regret their worries later in life. Because everyone requires support in their lives, everyone requires strong and intriguing relationships to sustain themselves. But if you are vulnerable with others, you will never be able to establish those ties. If this sounds familiar, you may not have a support system to fall back on. It's critical to make those connections, or you may never learn how. Talking to people and earning their trust requires time and experience. If you don't have any experience connecting with people, then it's a problem. No matter how strong you are, you will always need a support system, including friends and family, because just having a good friend by your side may brighten your day. Number 5. Toxic relationship. We all know that not all relationships are healthy and may last a lifetime. In fact, You may have a few poisonous relationships in your life. Many of these scenarios can occur, such as your partner taking advantage of you or damaging your self-esteem. Your little form will be pushed to its limits by a toxic buddy. This individual, for whatever reason, makes you feel bad about yourself. Even if they do anything, you stay with them and allow this toxic relationship to continue for months or even years. This is also on the list of the most common regrets people have in later life. When people reflect on their lives, they often remember toxic friends and partners with whom they might have lived a much happier life if they had bravery to quit the connection sooner. It may sound terrifying, but a toxic friend or lover can drag you down to your lowest point, and quitting them can literally make you happy. You'll start to feel like yourself again, and once you've broken ties with these people, and you'll remember what a good relationship and friendship should feel like. You wish you could go back in time and correct your mistakes. Number 6, dishonesty with yourself. You will come to regret cheating on yourself or taking advantage of others later in life. You regret the falsehoods you told and the secrets you held, as well as the deception you perpetrated on others. People spend most of their lives attempting to avoid harsh truths, to find inventive methods for escaping personal traumas and unpleasant recollections. They refuse to accept their flaws, and they would occasionally pretend that the rest of the world was wrong in order to explain their own ignorance. We don't realize until it's too late that these are the lies we tell ourselves and that we need to stop them. The truth can be frightening, uncomfortable, and unpleasant, all at the same time. But learning to be honest with yourself can help you avoid a lifetime of guilt, shame, and regret. Because those scars and flaws aren't going away anytime soon, no matter how hard you try to push them down. They'll show up to make your life a living misery. Always remember that the sooner you can free your mind and move forward from your worries and shortcomings, the better off you will be in the long term without any regrets. Number 7, missing opportunities. There's one thing that people regret the most: missing out on a chance. If I asked you what is the word that you despise the most, you would most certainly say the word no. When people reflect on their lives, they commonly consider the opportunities they missed, the chance they did not take, and the adventures they never enjoyed. They are now terrified of change and do not want to take chances such as entering an unfamiliar area. They strive to avoid an opportunity that could be beneficial to them just because it involves some risks and overlaps with their personal or comfort regions. If you have the opportunity to make a great difference, to do something that inspires and delights you, never allow your concerns to stop you. One leap of faith or a chance can change the course of your life. Sculpting your life into something new can be fascinating. But if you've never tried it, you won't know what it's like. Simply say yes to the next opportunity that comes your way, and you will promise yourself that you will take advantage of it as soon as possible. Number 8, express your emotions. If you care about someone, you should always tell them how you feel, since it's frightening to be blamed for something you're not aware of. And confessing your feelings about someone might be difficult without knowing how the other person feels about you. However, if you never express your feelings, you may miss out on the only opportunity to be with someone you care about. When people reflect on their lives, they frequently consider the opportunities and connections they may have had. What if I told the special someone I care about my feelings? Is it possible for me to be with them? Everyone has similar questions running through their heads. Thus, the best option for you is to be upfront, honest, and express your sentiments out loud, since the risk is worth it. Because there's no way to know exactly how another person feels about you, the only approach to find out is to confess your own sentiments and wait for them to respond. And you'll never know unless you give it a try. Number 9, fearful decisions. Do you enjoy having your fears dictate you and make your decisions more difficult? Fears usually get in the way of your aspirations and passions, or in any other way, cause you to be unhappy and stressed. Being in your comfort zone makes you believe you are defending your life, but it is the wrong thing to do since you believe you are doing a good job when all you are doing is settling for less than you should. Many people lament their mistakes and problems later in life because they were so terrified of failure that they never learned how to grow and succeed. We all know how terrible it is to fail, but failures help you gain experience and success, and they are a good place to start on your path to success. It's fine to be terrified of failure, but you should never let that fear control you. Otherwise, you'll look back in 20 years and wonder you shouldn't have done that, or you should have done something different. Number 10, breaking trust. Breaking or violating someone's trust is the last of the most prevalent regrets people have throughout their lives. People usually gossip about their friends and make commitments that they do not intend to follow, although this is not always the case. Trust is the most important aspect of any friendship or connection. It is your obligation to protect the person's secrets and weaknesses, which many people usually breach. Nowadays, Even if it shatters the other person's self-esteem or trust, these betrayals are done for enjoyment. You may take other people's trust for granted, but you will come to regret betraying individuals you care about later in life. Maintaining their trust is the best way to keep your relationship robust and long-lasting, so that you don't have any regrets later in life. Well, this is it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel Mindset Madness, and don't forget to click on that notification bell icon to get all the videos on the go. Meet you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.